Yo, 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 what up?
What's
We're
up?
back.
What's up?
Back like we never left.
What?
Yep.
We've been doing this every week. I'm surprised everybody's been listening.
We record it every week, and I lose it every week, and it's the worst thing in the world.
I haven't recorded once. No, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
You've been too busy with your damn Redskin
Hey,
manners.
what a
The
ride!
Manders.
What a ride! What a ride!
What a
that
ride.
The
was.
Red Commies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
the
was
commies of
awesome.
Washington. Washington.
I can appreciate it more today than I could a few days ago. I was upset.
Yeah, I believe that.
I could tell. I was watching your stream, and you weren't the happiest camper.
No. We're one game away. When you're that close, you want it. You know. And it didn't
Yeah.
work.
There's a lot to hang your hat on now, so.
Well, you know it's the pain's over, Timmy. We're back. So the
Yeah,
boys
the
are
thing's
back.
over. We just have to watch one more game that nobody wants to watch.
All right, so
Except
we got some fun stuff in store today. We got a bunch of football, a lot of football.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you see that? Did you see that picture on Instagram? It was like people rooting for the Chiefs. It's just Kansas City. People rooting for Philly. It's just Philly.
Yeah.
Everyone who doesn't care, it's the rest of the map. It's the entire rest of the United States.
I'm definitely just cheering for commercials. I want good commercials,
Yeah.
good clean commercials, and I don't care what's going on in the game.
Yeah,
at all.
what was it? Yeah, you said something in our group message the other day. It was funny. Something along those lines.
All right, let's get this thing started. Let's get going here.
No thanks.
All right, dude, let's go. Zero consensus.
Back in the studio. Not really, but kinda. Are people gonna be able to see our ugly mugs now? Oh god.
This is being
We're gonna-
posted. Oh gosh.
I'll post
Oh,
this
God.
somewhere. Oh yeah, we're gonna post this.
Somewhere.
See Timmy's hairy face, dude. That thing
Yeah,
is.
I was doing
wild.
the no shave playoffs. I need to get on it now that we're out, but
Playoff
I didn't
game.
want to get a haircut and shave my beard until we got knocked out. So yeah, it's been. I think we won like 8 in a row. So yeah, it's
Starting with the
it's
Bears.
getting there. Started what?
Starting with the Bears.
No, but that was the end of your all season. Yeah, we had a couple losses.
that was the end of our season. Week 5. We made it real far this year.
Yeah. Woody's been doing no shave for the Bears for his whole life.
Yeah.
That's why he's
So
clean
it's good.
face only.
That's why he's still clean face, yeah.
Yeah, it's not that I can't grow facial hair. The Bears can't win. can't put consecutive games in
Yeah.
Can't put consecutive practices together. Embarrassed.
Can't put consecutive practices.
However, we are the kings of the offseason though. And I'm pretty sure we won again. So
Dude, hype king. Hype king.
Dude,
It's
we are.
insane.
The
I'm
season's
so
not
sick
even
of-
over, and you already won the offseason.
we've already won the offseason.
We've already
That's
won the
all that
offseason.
matters.
Yeah. Haven't even gotten to the draft. Haven't gotten anything. Haven't even settled in on all our coordinators yet.
Back to back off-season champs. It's because we get there first.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. End up with the number 1 pick somehow every year. And yeah. There you go.
That's how you win the off-season. You know? Doesn't help you win in the season, but damn, we're good off-season team.
It's promising. It's promising.
All right, guys, this is we've been doing this for about a year now.
With a
Our
5-month
1
break.
year anniversary was we had some children, you know.
There were
kids.
some children. There were some burps.
Yeah,
Some
But
burps.
We're back.
Back in
We
action.
got to do.
That's
back in
right.
action. So, yeah, happy 1 year to us, I guess.
Happy 1 year to
the
Zero
squad.
Consensus and our 3 listeners.
All,
We appreciate
one of
all
you.
of you.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
We appreciate
plural.
you.
You and the singular. Yeah, singular.
That's a singular you.
There you
All
go.
right.
Very cool.
All right, so what's new? I mean, it's been a while. So, Timmy, I see you. We know your team did well, so that was kind of jealous. But
First 12-win seasons in my lifetime. In my lifetime. That was the
What's
first
that
since
like?
'91. Yeah, that was pretty crazy, especially after I predicted 6-11. to finish 12-5 was absurd. Win 2 playoff games. We hadn't won a playoff game since 2005. So win 2 playoff games, make it to the championship. We got routed, as we should. I mean, the Eagles are freaking 10 years ahead of us. Howie Roseman's been building that team forever. So, I mean, the Eagles are strong. They're just better than us in basically every position.
They're
so, yeah, exactly. So
They are.
And we just didn't come to play good enough. But anyway, other than that, just doing the dad thing, doing the work, and podcast is going to start slowing down now without as many play-by-plays and things like that and film reviews. So more time for this show.
Hell yeah.
Need it.
Daily podcast? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Maybe we do a week. Once, a couple times a week. Once during the week, once on the weekend. I don't know. Figure it out.
All right, easy. We just got back in the studio. Easy.
Yeah, let's do once a week.
We're like
barely
bears.
got
We
this
can't
put
even
together.
string weeks together.
Barely got this
Sam,
put together.
Sam, what have you been up to?
Fucking nothing. Trucking nothing.
How's your driver?
Broken. Bro, like the end flew off, dude. And so I went with Mary to like this indoor range
Literally broken.
in Addison. Yeah, it's like the on the toe. There's like a little window that's like glued in there, and
So you can see out from the people on the inside can see out.
Yeah, and she goes, and I'm like messing around with it, and I'm hitting it, and it starts making this goofy noise, and I'll look down, and it's gone. It's just gone. And then
It's gone.
And then I'm like, I was hitting it low, and then I like used the screwdriver to like change the loft, and it was still there, like right hand of God, it was still there. And Mary's like, no, it came off when you pulled it out of their bag the first time. I was like, the fuck it did. What are you talking about? There's no way. And then like as soon as it came off, it's making this disgusting sound, like a trash can banging on another trash can. And she's like, it was like that the whole time. I was like, no, there's no way.
Cheating.
There's no way.
Give us signs.
There's no way. Like there's no way. So I have to go through like the whole warranty process, but basically I'm just gonna buy a new driver.
Isn't that thing like 6 years old? They still warranty that thing?
I don't know. We're gonna see. I mean, I didn't break it out of normal use. Like, it's worth a shot. If anything, they'll send me like a replacement one, and then I'll just try and trade it in at CJ Superstore.
Sir, you have the Sim 1. We're on Sim 4s.
They don't even make Sims anymore. It's the Q series. Yeah, I got that with my Trump bucks, baby. That thing has been good.
You got the Sim 1. Yeah, you wasn't. Yeah, jeez.
It was crazy. It was like the dumbest thing in the world. And I'm hitting it like it's not. I don't know. It sounds bad, but it felt all right. But we'll see. Gotta get a new one for Myrtle Beach.
Oh yeah, Myrtle Beach coming up, isn't it?
8
March.
weeks. 8 weeks.
Isn't that what you guys did last year? You guys going again?
Yeah.
I'm
not going this year.
Okay.
I'm
He can't.
dad duty.
He can't.
Dad duty. Yeah.
He was not. He was unallowed.
No, I unallowed myself.
Yeah, responsibilities. Yeah. Understood.
Yeah. So
What
Jordan's taking my place. I don't know if any of you know him, but Jordan's one of our friends that.
I believe he alleges he was on this podcast once upon a time, but I don't know that that's true.
He alleges that we kicked him off too.
Yeah, he's allegedly.
We'd rather have Tim. He said we kicked him off for Tim.
Let me kick him off. Dude, shut up. He hasn't even. I'm pretty sure he turned off this. Like he left the group chat in this one. So
Put
he hasn't
silent.
He hasn't said a damn thing.
That checks out. Jordan, he kicked me off for Tim.
Oh yeah, and then him in the group chat, he's like, "You shouldn't leave your clothes in the car in the winter." I was like, "No shit, dude. Like I didn't. Like
It's not my first day.
I'm a seasoned
in
veteran.
the Outback shed. No,
Yeah, I was like a seasoned veteran. Like, dude, what are you talking about? See you in Myrtle Beach. I probably won't ever see him again.
You probably won't see him there.
The Super Bowl. You're probably right. He'll probably run away. He'll probably go build a sandcastle and sleep in it.
Jeez, a lot of places to get lost in Myrtle Beach for sure.
You can't fit his head through any of them.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing we don't have him on this. His head would not fit in this screen.
No, it'd be like,
So what's up, Jordan?
you guys see me all right? What a good.
Oh my god!
But yeah, that's probably my RIP is Jordan Stoner.
All right. Not your driver.
No, it's time to get a new one, dude. Like you said, you just talked me into buying a new one, dude. We're past the Sim 4. So it's crazy. It's a quality issue. It's a known issue. We're working on a resolution.
I'm crying. I gotta get this together. I gotta pull it together over here.
All right.
Let's get into some sports, huh?
Well, what's
Jeez.
new with you? What's new with you? You didn't say what's new with you.
Just dadding. You know, being a
Yeah.
dad.
How's Wells?
Wells is good, man.
And how's
growing
Mama?
up laughing. Mama's doing good. Mama went back to work.
About
This is
time.
her
Freeloader.
first full week. So Mama's doing good.
Good.
Mama's good. Baby's good. We're adjusting to life with, child changes everything.
With a third,
But
yeah.
It's awesome. So
Cool.
last night I made a decision to stay up late and watch Yellowstone because I was like, I'm just gonna crush through this stupid show so I can be done with it. And all day I've been exhausted. Waking up with Wells in the morning was like he wakes up at the same time. Doesn't matter,
Trying to
There we
crush
go.
Yellowstone is like the worst decision because it's so good and then it gets so bad and you're like,
So bad.
what happened here? What happened here?
Dude, I had to try season 5 like 4 times. I was like, how? Like I
It's
love
just
this. It was
not-
so
it's-
good.
It's bad.
I finally just was like, I just have to get through this stupid thing so I can be done with it. So I'm done with it. It's awful. Season 5 is trash, but the rest of it, 2 thumbs up, maybe even 3 if I can borrow someone's. Yeah, there we go.
I really wanted to flick off the camera. I'm gonna hold it off.
This is a kid's show.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Hold on.
What is that?
That's Jordan's thumb head.
Oh,
Do
George.
I got a pen?
I like how he turned the thumb and not his head.
Well, I couldn't fit it. I couldn't fit it in the frame.
His head's like this.
There's Jordan.
Good. Oh, Jordan, what's up in the hockey world? Got him a dart.
Oh, you know those fucking icers, getting under skates, yeah. Yeah. There's a couple pucks flying around, a couple apples being tossed out. Yeah. All right, get out of here, Jordan.
Yeah, you're out.
What's the fake shore for? What is that about?
Because if this is the fake shore, dude.
I thought this was like a Cub thing, like a jab at the Cubs.
Nah, the fake shore is Lake Michigan. So I call it the fake shore.
Why
It's
is
not
it?
the East Coast? It's the East Coast, West Coast.
Well, it's not
fake
an
shore.
ocean,
Well, it's a fake shore, dude, because it's not an ocean. It's a fake
Yeah.
shore.
but it is a
It's
great
fake
lake.
beach. Yeah, it's not that great, dude. It's fake.
It's
Fake
pretty
news.
cold.
Fake news.
Pretty cold.
It's,
What'd that
fake-
lake ever do
it's-
for us? Nothing.
Nothing. Should probably deport it. Get it out of here.
Amen, brother.
No, the Fake Shore 4 is, I don't know, just find something to ride, dude. Call it the Fake Shore 4. Squad ride.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
It
Cool.
takes- Good talk.
Nice. Good segment. Good segment.
All right. Let's move on. Let's talk
No.
about what I'm hating. 'Cause
Well, yeah.
I'm hating a lot. So, NFL media machine is rolling right now, and I fucking hate it. As soon as your team loses, it's already like, all right, so who are we gonna get? Okay, this free agent's available. This free agent. How about this person? Oh, Trey, whatever his name is, the lineman's definitely coming to Trey Smith. Is that his name? Trey, what's his name?
From the Chiefs, yeah.
The guard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trey Smith's coming to the Bears. We're the favorite for that. Blah blah blah. Like, where's T Higgins going? He's the number one. It's like, who cares?
Oh
Let's
yeah,
wait.
we're getting
We're
DK
not even
Metcalf,
close.
Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, Chris Godwin, T Higgins. It's like everybody wants to come to Washington now, so we're gonna get all of them. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
It
exactly.
just once
And
it-
my season only ended 3 days ago, and that's what I'm seeing.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yep.
Freaking media, big NFL.
What are you gonna do?
Locals especially.
It's a year-long business. They gotta be.
And
there's too many pundits out there now they just have to be irrelevant. We can't talk about the Chiefs all day. Nobody wants that.
Yes, got to just say
Or
stuff.
the Eagles, for that matter.
Everyone says something. They just put out crap and hope it hits. Because if it doesn't hit, no one ever goes back to it. It's all about the hot piece, the quick hitting clip. So if you can get that, you're golden. You want it to go viral. But you can say whatever you want over and over and over, and it could be shit. Like RG3 just says the dumbest stuff.
Yeah.
And he says one thing occasionally that catches or hits. Then they replay that clip over and over and over and be like, oh, it's from RG3. He knows what he's talking about. It's like he says anything to try to throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. So
was he the last Commanders playoff win?
No, he made it to the playoffs in 2012, but we did not win that year.
Okay, so who was it?
The last win? It was back in 2005. It was Brunel, I think.
Oh, okay, Mark Brunel.
Mm-hmm.
Brunel
was that our last playoff win too?
No, we were in the 17. Are you dumb?
We were in the playoffs in 7. Wasn't that was the?
Well, then it would have been. Yeah.
It was 05.
No, 2012.
06. We won a game?
I think so. I thought so.
I don't think we've won a playoff game since 06.
That was the year you guys won the Super Bowl?
Look that up.
We went to the Super Bowl. We lost the Super Bowl to the Indianapolis. Peyton Manning. It was like the Notre Dame game.
2021 wild card.
You guys lost in the wild card. The last time you guys won was 2010. Lost in the conference. Well, 2010, 2011, sorry. 2010, 2011 season. Yep.
Divisional, yeah.
I miss being good at football. I miss when the
Bears
Bears
lost
were
conference. I think you guys went to the conference championship.
Brandon Stokely was 8 for 11. Greg Olson had 3 catches for 113 yards. Johnny Knox is on this team. Holy smokes!
Knox. Cutler was your last playoff win. Interesting.
That makes sense. He's the best quarterback in Bears history.
He actually might be.
He is, yeah. He is.
You can give me all the stats
records,
you want, but nobody had the heart that Jay Cutler had.
Dude, have you ever seen that guy hit somebody?
It's a laser.
Oh.
Did he not have the stats? I mean, he threw a
It's a
ton.
missile.
He threw a ton back then. So, is he not the leading passer?
He's probably
in
the
Bears
leading
history?
quarterback tackler in NFL history because of all the picks he threw and all the people he tackled. Because
4 of them in one game to Hall.
Dude.
D'Angelo Hall. Yeah, I remember that game.
That guy loved to just throw picks just so he could hit somebody.
He would be great in that fantasy football league where you get 100 points for a QB tackle.
Yeah, he would have.
Yeah. 500 points this week. What happened?
He hit 100 yards and 7 picks, but 3 tackles. Oh my!
Yeah.
That's funny.
What a beast.
All right, Sam. What are you loving? Anything?
What am I
life?
What am I loving? Yeah, of course. I'm loving women's 3v3 basketball. How electric is that? How electric is that? I needed more WNBA in the offseason without Caitlin Clark, so they gave me 3v3 with Angel Reese. I'm so thrilled. It's all I've been watching.
Tim's so mad right now.
It's all I've been
delete.
It's all I've been watching. It's incredible.
That's great.
That's fantastic.
And they don't get Caitlin Clark for it, so it's like.
Is Angel Reese in that?
Of course she is. She's the best player out there. She'll tell you herself.
Yeah, did you see her pass the ball when she had an open layup?
Yes.
Yeah, she literally had a fast break layup in hand, and she's like, "Yeah, no, you take it," and passed it into defense.
I think it was Colin Coward. He was like her upper half and her lower half don't know how to communicate with each other because she's got terrible footwork. She is running and then she stops to shoot. No, she gets 10 rebounds or 40 rebounds a game because half of them are her misses. It's crazy.
She just throws it up into herself.
Yeah, I mean,
and then she'll make the 5th one
with the ring.
Yeah, she'll make the 5th one and be like,
and then she'll. Dude,
And
No,
then
I
wonder
think she's
why she-
fantastic. Yeah, I think the 3v3 is really going to be a thing of the future, especially for the WNBA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the TGL? I'm loving the TGL. That should have been my love, dude. The TGL, loving it.
I mean, you don't have a love, but it still can be.
It's awesome. Yeah, if I had
The
a love, it'd be
TGL, what the G?
You're the hater.
the golf league,
The Tiger Golf League.
Tiger Golf League. Is that what it's called? Tiger Golf League.
Tiger Golf League.
That's just
Okay,
what That's just what I call it.
It's
I
indoor
assume
golf
that's what it
on a
is.
simulator. It's awesome. It's in a stadium. Just the presentation, it's pretty cool.
It's cool.
They're doing a
It's
really good
cool.
job with it. For golf,
Yeah.
it's exciting. You hear them talking the whole time. They talk shit to each other. It's like 3v3.
They have a shot clock.
It's cool.
It's
Yeah,
different.
It's cool. It's different. Yeah, it's exciting.
It's definitely different.
So
Yeah, much different than the normal golf where nobody's allowed to make a peep when you go up to.
don't talk in my backswing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool that they can talk smack during the game. Okay.
The coverage is awful now too, so it's like I like don't watch a ton of golf, but obviously I'm still like pretty connected to the game. But the broadcast coverage, like they'll go to commercial and then they'll come right back, and some dude's still doing his pre-shot routine, and then they'll do like a split screen where there's more commercials and no audio. The interviews are terrible. It's just poor. And then you watch like a bunch of putting, which is, I mean, it's fine. That's how you win tournaments, but there's just nothing appealing to the average person for the coverage right now, which is unfortunate.
I feel
Not to say Liv's not any better either, so it's kind of.
I hope they're talking about letting the players use distance readers, the distance guns, to speed up the game. And I think that would. Then you don't have to.
They
look at
can
yardage
use
book.
them. They can use them now.
Really?
Rangefinders, yeah, they can use them, just
Yeah.
not the ones with slope.
Oh. So
It's not. It's not a matter of. It's not a matter of speeding up the game. It's just a matter of like the coverage is really poor. Like the TV coverage of like the players in the top 10, even if they're like not heard of, like that's still the group you should be covering, like during a tournament. And like it's harder for them to get big names consistently on tops of the leaderboards when there's like so many tournaments. So I don't know. I think TGL will be around for a while because it's got to be like a relatively lower cost than like a whole stadium or a whole golf course for 4 days. So see what happens.
It's a good call. I didn't think about that because then now you have some star power. Like golf it struggles with star power because of the leaderboards. Like the stars aren't on the top of the leaderboards; they're not the ones that are getting the coverage. So the TGL, 6 guys out there, the team of 3, those are the superstars. They're all out there.
Yeah, they're all out there
time.
playing. But it's like if you're top 10 on the leaderboard, like you're playing the best golf. That's what people want to watch. Like I don't care if it's some Joe Schmo. Like let's watch this guy play like ball out, right?
Yeah, that's the old school, new school versus mentality. Like, what are you watching it for? Are you a golfer that understands the game and you're enjoying what they're doing, or are you some Joe Schmo like Tim who couldn't swing a golf club to save his life,
100%,
and just wants to watch for star power and exciting, something guy he saw on the news? So, I don't know. Golf struggles with that. Baseball struggles with that too because it's the same idea. The stars don't, you don't hit a home run every time you come up to bat. So those guys are going to strike out more than they do anything else. And so when you turn a game on, you watch one game, you're like, wow, that guy got 1 hit. He went 1 for 4, and he's the best player in baseball. That's dumb. So it's hard to do that when you look over an entire season. Yeah, that guy's a superstar. But, superstars in baseball aren't the guys making flashy plays like the NFL, the NBA. Those guys flashy plays every night.
Mm-hmm.
So then those are the 2 sports that are struggling.
I think it's also, I don't know how the golf league works, but I think baseball also just has way too many games where the games just don't matter. Like that's why are you watching in May, like late May, a random Tuesday night game? Like that game literally has no bearing on just about anything, especially if you don't have like the top pitcher pitching that night or something like that. It's like the 5th string or the 5th rotation pitcher. It's like, every game just doesn't seem to matter. That's why I think the NFL is king. And college football is right behind it, where it's just every single game feels so important. And any momentum, any like loss of momentum, you lose 4 games in a row, and it's like, okay, we're talking draft now already because it's horrible.
That's like the Premier League is that way. That's what the Premier League just has this. You win the regular season and you play 38 games. You play every team twice. So every single game is so important. You can't lose 2 in a row. You can't lose to this team. You can't. This is a team you have to beat. You play them twice. You have to beat them twice in order to win the league, kind of thing. Because if you don't, someone else is going to. So it's tough.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Let's move on.
All right, what do we got? Tim,
Stoner, what's your TikTok? All right, next.
Where's the thumb? Where's Jordan?
Oh,
Here's my take.
here's my TikTok. Here's my TikTok.
like-
The pyramids.
It's the pyramids.
It's just the pyramids.
I like the Chiefs.
Wow.
I like the Chiefs. Okay, I like Mahomes. I've liked him for years. I think Travis Kelce's cool. Chris Jones is cool. I like Creed Humphrey because I look like him. Like the hate for the Chiefs to me, it's interesting to see because obviously, like just a few years ago when the Patriots were at the top, everybody was rooting for the Chiefs and everybody loved. It's basically the same guys. It's Andy Reid, it's Mahomes, it's Kelsey, Chris Jones. A lot of the same faces are on this team, and now they're hated because they find every single little call. Yeah, it's interesting to watch that actually play out in real time of people are so excited for them, and then when they become a dynasty, now everybody hates them and they just want them out, which is actually completely untrue because everybody loves a dynasty. That's when they get the most viewership. Like everybody's like, I'm not watching, I'm not going to watch, blah blah blah. I bet this is one of the highest Super Bowls at the end of the day, viewership wise. To see a three-peat,
watch it.
Yep, and
I just hate
the three-peat. The Eagles are absolutely studly. Saquon Barkley giving it to the Giants. Every time he touches the football, he has to remind the Giants of how stupid they are. And people can hate the Eagles. People can hate, and I do hate the Eagles. Screw the Eagles. But I like the Chiefs, and I'm rooting for them to win the Super Bowl. That's my take, and I just don't like it. The constant. Every time you talk about the Chiefs, it's, the refs, the refs, the refs. It's just a boring take to me. You just don't watch the game. You watch one play on TikTok, and now you know that the whole NFL's rigged, and they're rooting for the Chiefs for some reason. Why? Because Kansas City has so much pull.
Taylor Swift. I hate her.
Yeah, Taylor Swift. Yeah. Taylor Swift who's actually from Pennsylvania, I think. So she could have chose the Eagles. No, she's actually a huge Chiefs fan and wants to rig it for them. Anyway, the whole thing is ridiculous to me. But I'm rooting for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Interesting take. I'm rooting for. I guess I don't really care who wins. I like to, if I don't have a team, I root for a player, and I like to see someone get their ring that deserves it. And we have 2 players on each side, or a player on each side that absolutely deserves it. So I'll be happy either way. I want Saquon to get one; he absolutely deserves one.
D-Hop.
I don't really care about and then D-Hop. I don't care about anyone else on the Eagles, but D-Hop and Saquon both deserve it. So
it's great takes. Yeah, D-Hop was also dragged through the mud after that trade of the Bill O'Brien throwing shade on who he was and whatnot, and he just handled it with class, and he's been a good dude ever since. Yeah, I agree. Let's root for D-Hop.
Who's texting?
I turned my notifications off. Apologies.
Thank you so much.
What is this? Your first stream?
Yeah.
I remember my first podcast.
Yeah, my first podcast. Oh, well, it actually is. It's relevant. My wife said we root for the Chiefs because we are Swifties. So my wife is a Swiftie apparently and wants to root for them because of it. There you
Fair.
go.
Jesse has a shirt that says, she roots for the Chiefs because of Taylor Swift. So she'll be rocking her. She'll be rocking her one football sweatshirt she has that it happens to be Chiefs because of Taylor Swift. So
your team's also your team's also in the NFC East, so there's a little bit of bias there, but I agree. I think the Chiefs are.
Oh, that's why I hate the Eagles 100%. That's why. Yeah. But I also do like the Chiefs. I was rooting for them to beat the Bills. I was rooting I picked them to win it last year. And I picked them to win it this year again. They're a well-run organization, and to me, the guys over there are pretty likable too. But we have to hate them because they win. That's why we have to hate them.
That's true.
It's like everyone else in our division, every other team.
Yeah.
All of them. We hate them because they're all better than us.
The worst team was 12 wins? Besides you guys?
Yes.
Yeah. It was 12, 14, and 15. That's insane. Yeah. And you guys are
insane.
5? 5?
Killing it.
Bears are the only NFC North team with a win this year.
Only what?
Only NFC North team with a win this year.
Oh, that's true. We are. We're the only team that's 1-0 in 2025. Things are looking up, Tim.
Things are looking up.
Because you won the last week of the season. Is that even true? I don't think that's true, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
we
they all lost their
They
playoff
all
game.
lost in the playoffs.
Oh, the Lions won the final week of the season, but that's fine. But I see what but they
Okay, the Lions are not they're under 500.
They're 500. They're 1-1. Got
They're
it.
500.
Okay, cool. So you guys are the only
We're the
ones above 500. I like it.
They're
I like it.
losers.
Hang your hat on
only
whatever you
team
can.
with a winning record.
Yeah, I love
So,
it.
But
Keep it up.
Bears, baby.
Keep
We
it
need
going.
something.
Yeah, keep it going.
This is how we win the offseason every year, Tim. This is it.
This is it. You're witnessing this.
You're
In real
witnessing
time.
greatness. We're a dynasty.
In real
Offseason
time.
dynasty.
I
People
was
hate
happy
us.
to see you guys win that game because that solidified us at the 6th seed. It took the pressure off in that finals because Dallas was trying to upset us. And we ended up winning the game anyway. But once you guys made that field goal, it's like, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're on house money. It's all good.
Dallas did not deserve to be in the playoff. God, I hate Dallas.
They were.
Dallas.
That team Dallas is a dumpster fire.
Brian
They
Shaw.
hired Eberflus as their DC.
That is an absolute dumpster. I mean, Eberflus is a good DC, but they were about to fire him in Indianapolis, and the Bears hired him. So
Yeah, well, I know.
he can't be that
I'm
good. If he's
well
about
aware.
To. I just think it's hilarious. Jerry Jones is like, says stupid shit. Hell, God.
Is that Matt Eberflus right over there? Am I seeing that correctly? Am I seeing that correctly?
Jerry, can you just let someone else run the team? Nah, I paid a lot of money for this.
Nah, this is my
retirement.
team. Nah, as long as I'm upright, this is my team.
You will never win a game. You'll never win a playoff game with Jerry Jones.
Love it.
This is Jerry's world, baby.
Huge
Jerry's
fan.
world.
I think he does a great job. I think
I
he
think
should
he's the
stay.
best owner in
Keep
football.
going. He's awesome.
That's a great take from you. I wonder why.
Yeah, golf clap. Yeah, here's my take. I love Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is great for the Cowboys. He should stay, and the Cowboys fans need to shut up.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's get some college football.
I really was hoping that he traded Dak Prescott for like that minus $100 million. Went and got Shador Sanders and Deion Sanders. I'm selling everything for prime time.
He liked the idea of it, but once he thought about it, he wouldn't have control over Deion. He can't control Deion. Deion's gonna want to do what he wants. That's why he's like, "Nah, I want someone I can absolutely puppet master."
Yeah.
Schottenheimer, guy who's never been given a shot by anybody. So, 28 years in the league as a coach, never given a shot.
That's how long he's been in the. Well, I guess because Marty Schottenheimer is his dad or grandfather.
I
Dad?
didn't know that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 28 years. It's like 28 years and 16
His
different
dad,
teams
probably.
or something like that. Something
Yeah.
stupid. Like he goes 2 or 3 years and then fired. 2 or 3 years and then leaves. 2 or 3 years and leaves. Like no one keeps him. Doesn't stay anywhere. But now he's a head coach, so good for him. Whatever. All right, enough of Jerry Jones. All right, let's talk Notre Dame.
Close.
They made it. That was cool. Then they lost. That Notre Dame game was like it reminded me of the Bears in the Super Bowl in 06. Literally drive down the field, score the touchdown. You're like, oh my God, we actually might have a chance. And then shit show the rest of the way. Just steamrolled. So
Yep.
they made a little interesting second half, but I just wanted to give a little shout out to
It wasn't that close.
I mean, if they
wasn't.
were able
It
to,
was over.
if that wasn't it that third down. If they would have stopped them and said they went like for a 40-yard pass or something like that.
They went deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, it could have been. It was an 8-point game. If they would have got the stop right there, they could have tied it. It definitely got interesting at the end of that game. But of course, I mean, when you're down 31-7 in the second half, that makes it tough. But they tried. Ryan Day tried to Ryan Day it, didn't he?
And Marcus Freeman tried to Marcus Freeman it.
Yeah.
Like they are the two opposites. Ryan Day loves to lose,
Yep.
just finds ways to lose, and Freeman finds ways to win.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Day, I guess, deserved it. I don't even say deserved it. That team was the most expensive team in football, $20 million roster. They should have won. And the fact they lost to Michigan again. Ryan Day can't beat Michigan.
Crazy.
It's real. So I don't know. Whatever. This NIL is changing everything. So, did you hear next year the schools are controlling the funds, so they're no longer going to be private like groups that are booster clubs, so the boosters are are gone. So you can still donate to the funds, but the funds are going to be controlled by the schools. So that way they're trying to make it so I just make it more fair, so that Dave Portnoy can't just go out and recruit a guy himself for Michigan. He's got to give the money to Michigan. The Michigan.
Do you think it has anything to do with fairness, or is it just control from the school? Like they don't like the idea of these randoms having control over what these athletic directors and whatnot. They're like, no, I want control.
I think it's a step towards like a salary cap. You can't have a salary cap if you can't control who's paying the players. So I think you need a salary cap to make this fair. Otherwise, you're going to have 4 teams eventually that are going to be, have all the players. So
yeah,
you got to find a way to stop it now because it's starting to get there. So as you saw, the SEC, it's SEC and Big Ten. Those are all the schools. Everyone was like, oh, the parity with this new playoff.
So
there was no parity.
I guess, is it now going to get so? That's going to be interesting because now, is it going to be back to the college players don't make money off their likeness and stuff like that?
They can still make their own NIL deals, but
so how does that work?
Their salary,
they're still not controlling it. Can Dave Portnoy still give them then? If you want to go get this guy, can I still go give him $2 million
maybe
to go play?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You're getting your own separate deals. You're just not getting. These funds aren't going out and building rosters is what they were doing. Like Dave Portnoy and his groupies all put a fund together and they go out and build a roster for Michigan. Ohio State's guys, they're huge donors and rich dudes, went out and bought this roster for Ohio State. They can't do that anymore. That's the idea. But you're right. They did not get rid of NIL. You can still get your own NIL deals. So now it's hopefully it was always originally set up. So, Jim Bob's car dealership in Tuscaloosa, Alabama is going to, pay a couple players to show up and do a couple things, to help his business. Be like, oh, this guy drives a car from my dealership. So it helps me. It's local. It's good for everybody. Mm-hmm. It turned into just donors putting a ton of, money into a 501c, by the way. It's a charitable, a charitable organization. So they get write-offs for this. How crazy is that? And the money just turns and goes back into just for the rosters. Mm-hmm. But they're doing all sorts of weird stuff. So at least they're trying, and I like that. They're gonna make it. They're making an attempt. But it's becoming the next NFL, Saturday NFL. But
yeah, that's wild. It's interesting.
But, yeah. All right, Sammy boy, you want to talk some NFL?
Sure. Yeah, we can talk NFL.
The playoffs.
Playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs. Is there a playoff game going on?
The playoff game is about to happen.
The playoff game. The Bears. The Bears are the Bears in it? Dang.
They've been in
Wake up! Wake up!
Dang.
The field goal is still shaking from the Eagles game in 2017.
Yeah.
Speaking of doinks, we actually won a playoff game with a doink.
I saw that. It pissed me
The
off.
Buccaneers. Yeah, we doinked it. Did you see the OCD? How he's kept doing his hair.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. And I love the top comment that was my favorite was every time he swiped his hair, it moved a little bit to the right. Thank God he stopped when he did.
That's funny.
Yeah, hit off the right post, but yeah, he's an interesting character there to doink it in the OCD, bringing awareness.
Yeah. I guess we just talk about, is Joe Burrow elite?
Yeah, dude, this is such a great argument. Is he elite? Joe Burrow is the only quarterback to win or to lead the league in all stats and not go to the playoffs. And he is, I don't know if that's a true stat, but he didn't go to the playoffs. And if you're an elite quarterback and you play every game and you're not injured the whole time and you don't make the playoffs, are you elite?
I think he messed up. They should have beat the Ravens, so he made a huge because Jamar Chase had 200 million yards and 3 touchdowns, and he didn't go to him on the 2-point conversion and one-on-one coverage. So that ticked me off because that probably would have got them in the playoffs in general. But Joe Burrow, yes, I mean he's incredible, 4,600 yards, he's a beast. I guess like it depends on when you define as an elite quarterback. But yeah, I mean, he's a franchise legit number one. Only a handful of teams wouldn't take him. Like who's list the quarterbacks that you wouldn't go?
There's 2 teams that wouldn't trade for him if they had the chance to do it right now. That's it.
Yeah,
Maybe
probably
maybe three.
I know we wouldn't
Probably
trade
2.
for him. We are
Probably
so
2.
high on Jaden Daniels right now.
Stop.
It's absurd. But
If you had a chance to get Joe Burrow, you would.
I'm telling you right now.
I'm
I
happy
actually
for
love this
you.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah, but Joe Burrow's better.
Joe Burrow's above him for now. For now.
True, Homer.
Who will be the best LSU quarterback of all time?
He's a beast.
Yeah, who will be the best? It's already done, dude. It's Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. We only
It
had
is
one
Joe
season,
Burrow.
and he already has 14 wins. Okay? One season as a rookie with not a very good roster. It's not like he walked into a built team with a great defense or anything like that. No, he did some things. Anyway, not derailing into Jaden Daniels. Joe Burrow is an incredible quarterback. I guess like is he on the same level as Mahomes? No, I think Mahomes is on his own planet. So I guess if you're saying elite is the top of the top, then there's probably only one elite quarterback in the entire league right now because I don't think anybody is touching Mahomes. And then after that, it's like the second tier. And I would put him in that second tier with Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow would probably be the 3 quarterbacks
That's
in
the
that
four.
in that
Those
run.
are the big 4 of the NFL.
Right. The Mount
In my
Rushmore of
opinion.
2025. Yeah.
There's your Mount Rushmore. Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
So,
He's elite. That defense sucked too. Like they were just not good.
If I had to pick a quarterback, if I was going against Mahomes and I had to pick a quarterback to go against Mahomes, Joe Burrow would be my pick.
Joe Burrow the only one who's beat him.
The only one who's beat him. He
In the
plays.
playoffs,
He
yeah.
plays the best in the playoffs. Josh Allen can't get by him.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Josh Allen's lost to him 3 times now in the playoffs. And the
Josh
other loss in the playoffs was to Joe Burrow. So
oh yeah. There you go.
Lamar Jackson is 3-5 in the playoffs.
Something like that.
That's garbage.
Little game Lamar.
Best regular season quarterback of all time, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He
Or Josh
deserved the
Allen.
MVP. He deserved the MVP this year.
Did he get it?
It'll go to Josh Allen, I think. But
I think Josh Allen deserves it based on
I
the
think so,
criteria
too.
they used last year. That's a whole. I don't know if you want to go down that rabbit hole, but based on the criteria that gave Lamar Jackson the MVP last year, you can't not give it to Josh Allen this year. A top 2
Burrow-
record. In,
Burrow had all
yeah.
the stats last year too.
It was actually Dak Prescott.
Oh yeah,
Dak had like 36 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 4,500 yards, something like that. It was Dak Prescott who had incredible numbers and a 12-5 record. It's not like he was on a scrub team. And then Lamar Jackson only had 24-7 and like 3,700 yards. Of course, he had his rushing yards, and but I don't think he had all that many touchdowns on the ground. He doesn't score a ton of touchdowns. He's not like the Jalen Hurts, the Josh Allen that ends up with double-digit touchdowns every year. So I think he had less than 30 touchdowns total. 7 or 8 turnovers, and they still gave it to him instead of Dak Prescott because he had the better record. He was 13-3, and instead of 12-5, and technically they went 13-4, but he sat the last week, so he went 13-3, and they gave it to Lamar. So if Lamar Jackson fans are like saying, "Oh, he deserved it last year," then you can't. I don't know how you argue other than I'm a homer and I just love Lamar Jackson. Other than that, the criteria says Josh Allen is your MVP this year. He had a better record, incredible stats, still 40 touchdowns again, and like the least turnover he's ever had in his career. And he did a great job. And it was supposed to be Bills were dead this year. Regular season, they were the only team to beat the Chiefs. Chiefs had 1 loss before they sat everybody the week 1. That was to Josh Allen. Right, Lamar Jackson didn't beat him. Of course, Lamar Jackson won head-to-head. It's interesting to go down the list, but I think that based on the criteria they used, Josh Allen is your MVP.
I think Josh Allen's gonna win it. So
Mhm.
that's fair. That
Yeah,
makes
Josh
sense.
Allen's trash. You know who's not trash? Who's actually a Hall of Famer? Matthew Stafford.
Dude, I came around. I'm here. It took me a long time to finally.
It's about
get here,
time
dude.
you come to the dark side.
Oh man, Matt Stafford, what he did this year, what he did in the playoffs, that win, dude.
It's about time you
that's-
recognize talent.
that's-
And you
that's
know
a
who
Hall
did
of Fame
beat them this
quarterback right
year?
there. Who?
Bears.
The Bears.
Bears. The Bears.
No, Matt
Yeah.
Stafford is definitely a Hall of Famer. I mean, he's a Super Bowl winner now with a couple years ago. incredible stats, 5,000-yard seasons, just stats out the wazoo. And then the only reason he lost is because it was in the snow. His record in the snow is like absurdly bad, like 1-9.
And they kept it close too.
If that was not in the snow, I think the Rams get the upset. And then
Yeah.
it makes it really interesting if the Commanders would have been able to beat the Rams.
Joe
Probably
Burrow
not,
is the new Matt Stafford.
Joe Burrow is the new Matt Stafford.
Yeah, incredible quarterback, terrible team.
Stat patter.
Elite wide receiver, terrible team.
I think they should trade him. They should trade Burrow.
Probably. They should probably just give it away
To the
for
Bears?
a bowl of Skyline chili.
Just get whatever you can get. Yeah.
To the Bears.
But Joe Burrow and a bowl of Skyline chili for a first pick.
Okay,
Yeah,
when?
20,
Okay, if
29.
not this year, when is Josh Allen actually going to beat the Chiefs?
Never.
It's got to be something I said. It's got to be another team that beats them.
There
That's
might be.
the-
Well,
the
they have to
same-
go in the
it's-
AFC to.
Yeah, it's going to have to be another team that beats the Chiefs, just like when the Bengals beat the
Oh.
Chiefs. And then that was their shot. That was their chance. And the next week they lost. They had their chance. They didn't have to beat the Chiefs, and they lost to the Bengals. So
There
they
could
need
be
another
a
team
slew
to
of
knock them out.
AFC quarterbacks that are right on that cusp of elite will never have a title because of Patrick
Because
Mahomes.
of Mahomes. It's the same thing that happened with Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Just no one else could get through the Patriots for, was it 7-8 years when they were just
Yeah.
absolutely dominant?
Well, because
Yeah.
Peyton Manning couldn't even get to the Patriots. He kept,
Yeah,
they would have
he would-
14 wins and then sit for 3 weeks because they would just sit everybody, and then he would come into the playoffs cold against an elite defense that's in the playoffs, and then they lose, and then the Patriots never even have to face. Because I think Manning had a winning record against Tom Brady in the playoffs,
Really?
but he hardly ever faced him. Like 3-2. Out of
Yeah,
all
I don't
those
even know
years
if it
of
was
Tom
that
Brady
many.
versus Peyton Manning that could have happened, only happened 5 times.
And we've only seen Josh Allen, Mahomes 3 times in the playoffs.
Josh Allen, Mahomes.
It's 3 times. And
Yeah, but that's
Mah-
only 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah, true. Josh Allen has a winning record against the Chiefs in the regular season,
Yep.
but in the playoffs, he can't beat Mahomes. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
Mahomes,
Manning won 3.
the 8 falls of Buffalo. We're just adding falls.
Yeah, they met 5 times, so we went 3. Manning won 3 of 5. So he has a winning record. Is he the only one with a winning record over? No, Manning. Eli Manning has a winning record.
Eli
The Manning brothers.
That's the Manning brothers. They figured out a way.
And I guess
But Eli beat him twice in the Super Bowl.
Twice in the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Only
'Cause that's
only
less than
quarterback to ever beat him in the Super Bowl, and he did it.
That
twice.
means Eli Manning's a Hall
the
of
Nick
Famer.
Foles beat him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The goal
Yeah.
of
That
Nick
was-
Foles.
That
Nick
was a
Foles,
wild
Tom Brady's
game.
daddy.
Philly special.
I
He was at
looking
the game.
I was looking at a map of the teams that haven't won a Super Bowl. There's a lot of teams that you would think have won a Super Bowl that have not.
Mm-hmm.
The Vikings, the Lions, the Bills,
Bills.
the Titans. They're new. The Falcons
Cardinals.
The Falcons have never won a Super Bowl.
Bengals, you said, right?
The Bengals have never won a Super Bowl.
Cardinals. Have the Cardinals ever won? I don't think the Cardinals have ever won.
I don't think so.
Texans. Jacksonville.
The Cardinals lost to, was that Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
When Larry Fitzgerald went off.
Kurt Warner.
Larry Fitzgerald always went off. That dude's elite.
Mm-hmm.
That's another Rams quarterback that's in the Hall of Fame. Absolutely deserves it. Kurt
Oh,
Warner.
Kurt. Good old Warner.
All right, enough slobbing on the knobs of quarterbacks. Who's the best running back in the NFL right now?
It's
It's
Barkley.
just, right now, it's Barkley. Who's
It's
better? Who's got a better who's got a better career?
Like
Who's got a
pedigree?
better- yeah. Who's the better?
Barkley.
Well, Derrick Henry's had a better career.
When has Derrick Henry made it to the conference championship? Let
They
alone
both have been
go
on
to Super Bowl?
garbage teams, dude.
When has
Henry's
Derrick Henry
way
missed a full
more
season?
Powerful.
Wait, we say that again?
When has Derrick Henry missed like 14 games in a year?
So injuries? Yeah.
Well,
the
I mean,
only you
longevity
get him on
has
a
to
good team,
contribute.
and now he's in the Super Bowl, and he has a 2,000-yard season, and he could have broke the record. He decided to sit. Saquon is a monster, and what he was doing on that horrible Giants team was also absurd, right? But
Horrible Titans teams. It goes both ways.
were they even bad? Were the Titans teams even bad
They
with
were
Mike
good
Vrabel?
they were good
I think
because
that-
of him.
I think they made the playoffs a few times, but nothing crazy. I mean, they had Ryan Tannehill. and
Tannehill
Marcus
is
Mariota.
way better than any quarterback that Saquon played with in New York. Way better.
Derrick Henry is the most dominant running back.
I think
I've ever seen in
Saquon
my
played a
lifetime.
year with Eli, but I mean, it was back end of his career.
Did he play his final? Was his rookie season the final year with Eli? When did
think
Eli
it-
retire? Maybe. Okay, Eli would be the best quarterback that any of them has played with, if they played at the same time. But I don't think they did, because did Eli? I think that year it was the year Eli retired. That's how they got such a high pick
Yeah, it could have
to
been.
get Saquon.
I'm trying to get these stats up side by side. Here we go.
I mean,
So-
obviously, I guess like what is their total yards? I'm assuming Derrick Henry's. How many more yards does he have? The stat
No, I
there.
don't think he does this year because Saquon.
No, not this year. But I'm saying in,
Oh,
in
so
his
like career wise.
Yeah. Barkley versus Henry career. Let's see. No, of course they're only going to give me this year.
Derrick Henry's got 11,423. Saquon's got 7,216. Derrick Henry's got 46 more games though.
What is the yards per carry? The average.
4.9 and 4.7 for Henry and Barkley.
Who?
Yeah, so
Henry
higher.
is ahead, 4.9.
Yeah. He's also got 800 more carries.
So listen to this stat.
So 800 times 5 is another 4,000 yards.
Listen to this stat.
So they'd be about even.
The Eagles, the average time before contact was Saquon was like 3.8 yards before he even got touched per carry.
Yeah.
And it's the third highest, or the number one all time, the highest all time. And then the other 4 other ones, or 3 other in the top 9 are all on the Eagles. Like Miles Sanders did it twice, and then 3 were on San Francisco. It's a crazy weird stat, but what it means is that your offensive line is freaking dominant.
Oh, the Eagles' offensive line is dominant, 100%.
So
Yeah.
that's Saquon was good in New York. Like, he's a great running back. I mean, these 2 are the best by far. But it's more the offensive line. If you put Derrick Henry on a team just like, Baltimore, he was dominant too. I think Derrick Henry's got it, because who would you rather tackle? Saquon. I'm
Neither
not
of
standing in
them.
front of Derrick Henry.
I'm not
That's
standing in
cool,
front of
but
either of them.
you're not touching Saquon, though. You could put him in a phone
true.
booth, and you're not going to touch Saquon.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
if Saquon gets hit in the backfield, or if he doesn't have a good offensive line, he's not doing anything. Derrick Henry
Right,
can run
he'll
you
just
over in the backfield.
Reverse hurdle you. That's what he'll do.
We'll do a backflip over the line.
Look,
That's fun.
yes, right now Derrick Henry has
Splitting
the
hairs.
better totals at the moment, right? And we'll see where Saquon ends up, because he's a few years younger. But he already has a Super Bowl appearance that Derrick Henry never has. And I'm also curious what their stats are, playoff stats comparison, because Derrick Henry has had some games where he has disappeared in the playoffs. Like 22 yard on 15 carries type disappeared.
Like last year in the playoffs when they didn't run him at all. That's game.
No, I'm
plan,
saying
I
like
guess.
less than 2 yards a carry type games in the playoffs. He was just shut down, and then they disappear in the playoffs. Like, I wonder where
2019, they won 3 games. He had 440 yards rushing, which is 150 a game. And then 17, 2 games played, 184 yards rushing,
so under 100, but still like what 90.
92. And then 2020 was 40 yards in 1 game. 2021 was 62 yards in 1 game.
Yeah, it's some of those
I don't know,
games.
this
he was
2019 year must have
horrible.
been.
Saquon right now, yeah, averaging just under 150 yards a game in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's been shredding it.
And 6.7 yards a carry right now. Holy
Yeah.
crap. He had 8 yards a carry. Only reason he didn't go off for more against us is because he had a calf Achilles thing that he was dealing with on the sideline.
I feel like I'm taking Derrick Henry if you put him on any team, and I'm taking Saquon if he's on the Eagles. I think that's my take. Because I'm not
like that a
saying
lot.
one's better than the other, but like Derrick Henry can go to any team and be solid, like just with offensive line help. I mean, Saquon's an insane player, phenomenal player as well. I'm not going to take anything away from him, but
You need the right situation for Saquon to thrive.
I mean,
Whereas
Henry on that
Henry
Eagles
can-
team too, like that.
I think that's
anybody
unfair.
on that Eagles
Here,
team,
do it,
anybody
Tim,
but
Brian
DeAndre Swift.
completely, but okay.
Tim, who would do better on the Redskins?
Who would do better on the Skins?
Commanders.
I would.
Sorry.
I mean, I think Saquon right now, like, I mean, he had a year with the Giants where you're 4.4 yards, 1,300 yards, 10 carries with literally nobody else on that team in 2022. Like, who else was on that team? Daniel Jones, their leading receivers, what? Freaking, I don't even know. Who is their leading receiver right now? I mean, obviously it's Malik Neighbors this year, but before that, I don't even remember what
It
Ken
would have been
Galladay?
like Wandale. No, it would have been like Wandale Carter or
Robinson, Wandale Robinson.
Wandale Robinson Jr. Yeah, who's the Darius Slayton?
Slayton, yeah, there's one Slayton, and then there's that other one.
Who's Sterling Shepard at that
Sterling
point. I think
Shepard.
he's
There you go.
Still on
Yeah.
that team.
So who's exactly. Like those guys are the weaponry that he's dealing with on his team. I mean, I think the Giants and one of the worst offensive lines in football for several years. The Giants could not
Yeah,
figure
they
out
were
the
bad.
offensive line to save their life, and to have the stats he had, I think, is already pretty commendable. He's also more of a receiving threat than Derrick Henry is as well, if you want to throw that in there. But I mean, obviously, we're talking about the two best running backs in the league. I'm not sitting here saying that one's a scrub and one's not. Like
splitting
we're
hairs.
exactly. So it makes it sound like I'm acting like Derrick Henry has no business being in the conversation. That's not true. He 100% does. But I think that Saquon is an absolute freak all around, and everywhere. Where obviously Derrick Henry, straight line speed and breaking tackles is a beast. The stiff arm is nasty. But I think as a complete running back, complete game, give me Saquon. And he's going to the Super Bowl. So if Derrick Henry never gets there, I think then already that you would have to give Saquon the nod career-wise, because that's what people are judged on. What are your playoffs?
But a running back
numbers
is such a
and-
small portion of a team. Like you can't like Walter Payton never made it, or Walter Payton went to one Super Bowl. Is he garbage because he only went to one? Barry Sanders never made it to a Super Bowl. Is he garbage?
No, Barry Sanders is a beast. But
Okay, but
but hold
you
on,
can't-
that's
you
the
can't
eye
create a
test.
run-
But
you
if
can't
we're
create a
talking
running
about
back.
careers, though, I'm talking about careers. Like, yeah, you would not put Barry Sanders. You're probably not even putting you. I mean, 1,500 yards a season or whatever he averaged is absurd. But I mean, you're probably putting a lot of running backs above him as far as just careers are concerned, because he doesn't have the playoff numbers and the playoff wins.
Barry Sanders might be the one of the top 3 running backs of all time.
Hold on. Yes, with what he's able to do and his
Yeah.
abilities, I think he's number one. Him and Jim Brown, I guess, whatever. I love Barry Sanders. Don't get me wrong, but I'm now we're talking about careers, right? Like what? That's what I meant. Is like
Yeah.
not like you could argue who's better, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, but who had the better career? I'm giving it to Saquon.
Just because he went to the Super Bowl,
Well, and
team took him.
he has to have the
It's-
numbers too.
the
He has to have the
Eagles-
numbers too. Obviously, I mean, it's not just because so that means Timmy Smith for the Skins, who had one game in the Super Bowl. That means he's had a better career than whatever. No, I mean you have to have career numbers also. It's a combination, but they
That's
both
fair.
have career
They're
numbers.
Close. They're close. Yeah,
2,000-yard seasons, and one went to the Super Bowl.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're all in agreement. Timmy Smith's the best running back out there.
There it is.
Timmy Smith.
All right. What are these degenerate betting things that you got on here, Woody? What are you been degenerately gambling on lately?
I've been gambling a lot of.
Is this high school
College
basketball? I'm not sure I've
college.
recognized any of these names.
It's college basketball. This is how you have to win. You've got to find.
You scouting out there? You scouting the high school teams for your next big victory?
I love the UC teams. I've been scouting out in California.
Underground
Watching
ping
out
pong.
Watching out for fires. Yeah, underground ping pong coming. Don't worry. I'll find the angle for you.
Hey, I need the locks on that 3v3 women's NBA.
All right, listen up. Here we
House
go.
game
I'm gonna
poker.
count through this. Everything is based on against the spread. The against the spread numbers. I've been just following this and trying this a lot. Most of the against the spread teams that have been doing very well are the kind of the unknowns, the small conferences, the UC Irvings, the Elon, not Florida, but San Jose State. These smaller schools that Vegas doesn't. You're not going to put their top dogs, their top teams on on handicapping these games. So you can get pretty good numbers. Elon, I put a $100 bet on, like the biggest bet I've made in a long time, just because I was Elon's going to cover this. My God, the game was over in the 5 minutes into the first.
So you're telling me an intern's handicapping these games?
I'm telling you, intern or drunk lady on the.
It's
on the
Jordan
strip.
the thumb. The thumb is handicapping.
The thumb. There's the handicap.
There it is.
This is why I'm winning.
He has a tattoo of Elon. You see it?
Yeah.
That's
all right,
him.
so I picked a couple good ones. Like UCSD is one of the top teams against the spread.
San
Tomorrow
Diego?
night. Yeah, tomorrow night they're playing Hawaii. They're an 8-point favorite. I like that.
What time's that game on?
11
6:30
p.m.
a.m.?
11 p.m. tomorrow. Might as well be. UC Irvine. Minus 15.5. I like them against Long Beach State.
Beach, yeah.
They're another team that's, I believe, they're 72%, win rate against the spread, or 15-5 against the spread.
So 75%. There you go.
Yep. Elon, they've been my wagon all year since I made a post on the Instagram a while ago, like at the beginning of college basketball, and they were on there, like one of the top 5 teams in the first week of the season against the spread, and they're the only team that's still up there, just absolute rolling. So Elon's been my wagon all year. Florida and Oregon State, the top 2 teams that are like well known. If you want to look at the any team that's over 70%, 14-6 and 16-6. Oregon State's been a lot of fun to gamble on. The Beavers. Shout out Brett, friend of the podcast.
Fire up chainsaws.
Fire up the chainsaws for the good kid. So, and San Jose State is the best big enough to bet college, because I think number one's like Houston Christian State, South. But San Jose State is 16-4 against the spread, so they're a pretty safe bet. I don't know. I've just been liking the against the spread. You look at the matchups, how they've played. At this point, the teams in each conference have kind of all played each other enough that you can see, all right, well, this team beat this team, so they should have a pretty good shot. How are they against the spread? How are they at home? How are they this? And then from there, you can make a pretty good number.
So I see that you're saying like all the winning against the spread. Do you ever look at the other way around, like the teams that are like 4-16 against the spread?
I tried one time, and then I realized I don't have enough time to scroll to the very bottom of the sheet.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, I've got the sheet. Who's really
It's okay. You don't. Have, if you don't, I was just curious if you ever do that. If that's ever something that you look into.
Sam Houston State is the worst in the NCAA. 16%
against the spread.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arkansas. Wow. That's pretty surprising. Arkansas is where John Calipari's at, right? Yes.
Is that where he went right now?
Not sure.
So
Yeah, that
John
sounds right.
Calipari,
The cheater himself.
everyone followed him. Everyone thought he was going to be awesome, including me. I said in one of our podcasts, watch out for Arkansas, and they're 5-15 against the spread because they're overvalued.
I love it. I'm so happy about that.
I don't know what they're.
I hate John Calipari. I hate him. Cheating son of a gun. The NIL may have killed him. That's probably actually what happened. He can't cheat anymore.
Everyone cheats. Cheating's eliminated.
He was the best cheater. He was the best.
Very good at it.
And all the one and dones, all the idiots that he had come through there that can't speak English yet can somehow pass the test to get into Kentucky or Memphis or whatever he was coaching. So yeah,
The test was, what's your name? Yeah,
You like to play basketball? You like to play basketball? Yeah, I like to play basketball, coach.
half of them, they may not even know their government name.
Yeah.
I'm Bubba.
Bubba. Mama calls me Brian.
There you go.
That's funny. All right.
I like it.
So that's the NCAA. Sam, you got any NBA? Even any NBA action lately for you? I see you got a game on in the background.
I got a game on. What game do I got on? I got Dallas and the Pelicans on. Yeah, nothing really NBA. I guess I could give you some fakes and some reels. I heard this the other day. We always talk about like defense wins championships, right? And there are some teams out there right now that are just fake, and you know what. And they're just, I don't think they're going to be around in the playoffs.
I do know what.
I don't think they're going to be around in the playoffs. Teams I have problems with right now, the Grizzlies. I don't think they're going to be a good defensive team in the finals. The Hawks have been like a solid team this year. They just lost Jalen Johnson for the season. The Lakers are a bunch of nobodies. Never heard of any player on that team. They're losers.
The Cats
Who
go
knows?
crazy.
Yeah, I don't really have any takes on basketball right now. And I've been pretty busy with work, unfortunately, so I haven't really been able to look forward. But we can look at something tomorrow. We can look at Wizards Lakers, play the over. Cavs are going to whoop the Hawks. Timberwolves, none of these spreads are out either yet, so that's kind of a
Holy
bummer.
crap! What is the record of negative point differential in NBA history? Wizards have to be knocking on the door.
Oh,
Minus 14.8.
Yeah, they're a bad team. They've lost their last 15 games. What's crazy about Washington is they actually have like some decent players on that team.
No, they don't.
They do have some decent players, but
Jordan Poole is our best player. Kyle Kuzma. We
well,
suck.
Alexander Sarr's he's in consideration for Rookie of the Year, so he's been a really good center, and he's behind Valanciunas. Well, they've been split in time, but he's learning behind Valanciunas, which is a solid person to learn behind. I don't have any good outlook for them right now, but they have at least one good player, but that's probably all they'll be. I think Milwaukee's fake. Pacers are fake. Jimmy Butler's suspended again.
Caitlin Clark's on that team?
Might as well put her on there.
So the Mavericks in 92-93 have the worst point differential of 15.2. Wizards this year are second worst in NBA history.
That's
minus 14.74.
I think they've only won one game on
average,
the road.
difference they lose by.
Yeah.
Their point differential total on the season per game. Yeah. So
Over.
they average double-digit loss.
The next worst in the NBA right now is 8.6.
Yeah.
So it's almost double.
Who's
Jeez.
8.6?
Pelicans.
The Pelicans.
And they just hurt their average. No, they're improving their average. They're losing by 7 right now.
They're getting healthy, so they might actually be a decent team. Not.
They're in the bell.
Man, why can't they get rid of the frickin'... They need to get rid of the lottery this year, okay? I need the Wizards to have the number 1
I
pick.
think the lottery's they need to bring salary caps back to every major sport, and they need to get rid of a lottery. The lottery system is so dumb.
Yeah, like, I have nothing to look forward to as a Wizards fan. Because I don't even know if I'm getting the number 1 pick. Like, I can't get excited about whatever his name is, Cooper Flag, for Duke.
But you have a chance at the number 1. That's
and
the
only
rub,
like a
Timmy.
10%. Like, we're the worst team. It's like, what, 14%?
Yeah,
chance
it's
to
not
get him?
good.
Yeah, it's like... So I can't even get excited for the future. Like, you guys, like, last year when you had the number 1 pick, it's like you can get excited about Caleb Williams, like, before the season over. Like, rooting for it for us to lose.
Off-season champs.
Yeah, and you don't have that in the NBA whatsoever. I can't get excited for anything because we're going to have the worst record, worst point differential in damn near NBA history, and we're going to end up with pick 8. And we're like, who's going to be there available at pick 8?
Yeah, right.
It's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be a pretty dry NBA draft this year.
Yeah, so that means we're definitely going to get pick 7 this year and get a nobody again. And it's great to be a Wizards fan in the NBA. It makes it tough. Like, you just have to be a player fan in the NBA, and that's what they try to do. But I think that's a horrible idea because the Wizards are going to be around for the foreseeable future. LeBron James is going to retire. Like, you can't just be a LeBron James fan for your whole life. He's going to retire eventually, maybe. But it's all about they should be more about the teams, not the individual players, is my thought. But that's not the direction the NBA went, and now they're losing revenues, apparently, or losing viewership. So we'll see. Good old NBA.
Yeah, I guess if I got a lock for tomorrow, it's whatever I don't know. I'm not going to take the Rockets spread, but Rockets will beat the Grizzlies tomorrow.
Rockets are going to beat are the Rockets any good this year? They've sucked.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're number 2?
Yep, they're solid.
Holy crap. Weren't they like one of the worst last year?
They were like middle of the pack last year, but they've had some. They got the Ime Udoka from Boston, the head coach who was Diddle's secretary.
Oh, they were the last. They went 500. They were the last team out of the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it came down to the last game, and it was against whoever made it. It might have been like Clippers or something. That sounds right.
No, they were 5 games behind the Warriors.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, They were way better than I thought they were. Because I guess it was the year before they were like bottom of the barrel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were 22-60 the year
And
before that.
they actually could have got in last year because Alperen Sengun, their big man, he went down with like a season-ending injury, like 3 weeks out of the end of the year. So
Gotcha.
they're a young team. They got a great coach. I don't know that they'll do anything in the playoffs. They're kind of a young team, but you could see them probably losing to like a veteran team like the Clippers in the playoffs. 'Cause the Clippers are defensive wise one of the best teams in the NBA. But yeah, I like OKC to win it all this year, which I'm sure is the favorite. SGA is on a mission. A dude's averaging like 31 points a game. It's insane.
Holy crap! The Sixers are way below 500. I saw Joel Embiid missed his 400th game of his career.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And Paul George doesn't play that much either, so it's so they lost a nice rookie to a season-ending injury. They're just in turmoil. Like the Paul George thing ended up being okay right now, but if you can't get him, Maxey, and Embiid on the floor together, it's just so worthless.
Mm-hmm.
They've got what is it, Gershon Yabusele playing center for them. And it's like,
oh my,
like he's been solid this year, but he's not Joel Embiid, so it's an impossible situation for them, and it sucks. I don't like to see it because I like Tyrese Maxey. I think he's a good player. Kelly Oubre Jr. is a good player. But if you can't keep him Embiid on the court, I don't know what you can do. Like Giannis is the same size, and he's been fine. Like he hasn't missed this significant amount of time.
Well,
So,
he's not 280 pounds though.
He's not as wide. That's for sure.
Giannis is much more slim.
He's got to be 260 though. I mean, he's got a large frame, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just 7 foot in general is going to make you a lot of weight. That's very true, especially when his muscular frame. Let's see, what is he?
Listed at 243.
243. Okay, yeah,
So,
I mean,
yeah.
that's almost 40 pounds.
40 pounds though, yeah, for sure.
On him that Joel Embiid. I mean, but that's crazy. 400 career games. This is only his 9th year.
Yeah,
He's missing over 40 games a year. Holy crap! That's
Joel
insane.
Embiid. Yeah, I think he tore his Achilles last year. He's just been rifled with injuries too, and like some of them are bad season ending, but some of them are just like rest days too. I would be curious to see how many of those are rest days. That'd be interesting to see. But I think probably the biggest miss that people had coming into this year is that Zach Edey is actually kind of a nice player.
Yeah, Edie. What is he averaging this year? I remember everybody was saying that he was not going to be an NBA good enough to be in the NBA. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's 7'4" or whatever he is.
yeah, but he's actually got some really nice footwork, and that team is in dire need of a reliable center. So he's been solid. I don't think his numbers are going to blow you away because I don't think he's playing very minutes. He's had a couple injuries this year. I think he just got back from a concussion. But yeah, he's a great one. And then Jalen Wells is another nice rookie. I like the Grizzlies. I just don't think they have the defense for a nice playoff run. Yeah, Zach 87'4", 305. When you see him on the floor, he wears like these short shorts too. It's just like a wall of white.
Short
just
shorts
standing
that would
in front
hit
of you.
Sam's ankles if he wore them.
Oh, well, I'd be dragging him on the floor for sure. Dude's a monster. So he's averaging right around 20 minutes, 9 points a game, 7 boards, 1.4 blocks.
That's not bad. Yeah, 10 and 8 was it only 20 minutes?
In 16 games too. So they're 45 games in. So he's only played 25% of their games.
Yeah, almost 10 and 8 and only playing 21 minutes a game. I mean, that is not bad. I agree.
They're efficient minutes, that's for sure. So I think that might be one of the bigger ones that was an oversight in the initial part of the season.
Yeah.
You want to talk a little puck? Don't talk about basketball. You want to talk a little puck?
Yeah, just real quick, some puck stuff. So
I ain't got no puck. What's up
Timmy.
with the Redskin?
Yeah, wait, Timmy, you got some lot of positivity going on in Washington right now. #1 team in hockey.
Yeah,
Go, baby.
and the Wizards.
Go.
Yeah, #1 team and number last. So speaking of differentials, the Capitals' goal differential right now is 55.
Holy crap.
Yeah, the only other team I mean, the Jets are 59, but everyone else, like the next closest, the Oilers, the scoring machine is only a 31 goal differential.
Yeah.
So,
Jeez.
your Capitals, man, they're playing.
When is the last time a city
well.
had the best differential in hockey and worst differential in NBA? There's that random stat that they put across the TV that nobody cares about. You know, it's just such
They
a
probably put it.
specific,
They probably
weird
put that on the
thing.
Wizards broadcast because there's nothing else to watch.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
34, 11, and 5. Shout out!
So-
What is Ovechkin up to this year? I haven't
8-7
checked in a while.
Ovechkin's at 875 right now. He's 20 short of Gretzky.
Countdown to 894.
Yep, 20 short.
And how many games are left?
30, 27.
No. He's not going to get it this year. He'll get it next year.
Right? 45.
You never
minus,
know.
82 minus 45.
You never,
30.
because he's missed some time and he still has 22 goals.
Yeah,
He's got
22
30,
goals in 22
37
games.
games.
But he's
No, it
been
says
cold.
37 games, right?
37 games now.
Right. They're 34 and 11. That's 45. 82 minus 45. 37, yeah.
So Gretzky, he's going to catch Gretzky in goals.
Mm-hmm.
But Wayne Gretzky has 2,800 career points, over 1,000 more than the next closest player.
Yeah, Ovechkin doesn't get assists.
That's
He should.
30% higher than anybody else.
The Wayne Gretzky assist number is just like somebody wrote an extra number in there or something because it just doesn't seem real.
1,963 assists.
That's
Maybe they flipped the 9 and the 6.
Isn't there a weird stat though that NHL includes assists of 2 people?
Yeah.
I wish
Isn't that
basketball
a
would
weird
do it,
stat?
to be honest.
I don't know. It's like I feel as though it should just be a singular stat. The one that passed it to him should get the stat, but hockey does it different for some reason. But
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's how they've always done it as well, but yeah, I would assume with Gretzky's record, it probably has been that.
Yeah, he's got 1,900. Next closest is 1,200. And the guy played 300, almost 300, 250 more games, yeah, than Gretzky did.
Was it Jaromir Jagr?
Ron Francis.
Never heard of her.
Ron Francis. Mark
Stop
Messier.
it, Francis.
Mark Messier. Ray Bork. Oh, here's Jaromir Jagr. He is 5th place on assists.
Oh, no, not bad. The ex-Blackhawk.
He is Jaromir Jagr's second in overall points with 1,921. And Gretzky's got 2,857.
I bet Ovechkin's like not even top 30 in points.
In points, Ovechkin he's number 59.
Yeah, 59. Yeah, that I figured because he is literally in his office, shoot the puck. That's what Alex Ovechkin's gonna do.
Wait, no, I lied. He's
You lied?
4. I always
Dude.
2, 4, 6.
Oh my
8,
god.
10. He's 12th.
Oh no, I lied. They have 5.
12th.
They have 5
12th
overtime
overall.
losses.
He's
So
12th
they're
overall.
32
Wow, that's a
games
lot
away.
more than I expected.
Well, he's got 1,500 points. He's got 700 assists. It's probably more than 875 goals and 709 assists.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, he's played a long, long time, and then you get the double pass, but that's still under half of Wayne.
Yeah.
Will he get to 1,000 goals? That's the real question.
No.
The only player with more points than him, active player right now. I'll let you guess. Who's the only active player with more points than Ovechkin?
Sidney Crosby.
Haha, it's easy,
Yeah.
baby.
Okay, that's what I was going to guess, but I was second guessing myself.
And then who's the next closest to Ovechkin?
In goals?
Yeah, there's 2 of them. The next
Active?
In goals or points?
2 points.
Yeah, points.
Active. One's the closest has 1330, and the one right behind him has 1314.
Who's buddy from the Lightning?
Stamkos?
What?
Stamkos?
No,
Steven Stamkos?
there's no one on there.
I'm not even going to know. I don't
Sidney
follow him.
Crosby?
Yeah.
It's Sidney Crosby's brother, his boy, his running mate.
Oh, really? Okay, I don't even know.
Evgeny Malkin?
Yep.
Melkin.
That's the
Oh,
next
okay.
closest.
Now that you say the name, I remember the name. But yeah, I don't
Then-
follow hockey nearly enough.
Patrick Kane.
Patty.
Patrick Kane. There you go.
Patty.
Yeah. And then Anze Kopitar. How is Anze Kopitar still playing?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I think
Oh
like
my
Ovechkin's only 39, and Yager played till he was.
No, Yager has played more games than like anybody. He's got 1,700 games. How many was it? 1,733. Mark Messier, Gordie Howe, and Ron Francis all had 1,700 games.
I mean, Yager played till he was
one else had
45.
this. Joe Thornton had 1,714. That guy played forever.
Ovechkin has 1460. So he'd have to play, what, 4 seasons? He'd have to play 4 more seasons on top of this to get to 1,700.
Kopitar is 2 years younger than Ovechkin. He's 37.
Shout out Ovechkin. That would be crazy if he could somehow get on a scoring tear, get a couple of hat tricks or something, and actually make it this year.
I'm telling you, he could get 1,000 if he played 5 more years.
I wonder what next year's season tickets are going for right now in Washington. I wonder what for next year, like just getting season tickets for next year so that you can go and witness it.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if they're like super high.
Honestly, Kopitar got drafted by the Kings too.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he's been there.
He's been on that team for 20 years.
Yeah, just like Ovechkin.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
Solo one team the entire time.
Evgeny Malkin and Sidney Crosby are both solo one team as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's huge. I wish other leagues were more like that. It's so nice to have one guy that that is going to be on your team forever.
Yeah, wish we had that. Wish Patrick Kane was still a Blackhawk.
He will be before long.
I don't think. You think he's coming back?
They might retire his jersey.
Yeah, they're gonna retire him. He'll definitely his number will be in the rafters, but I don't think he'll ever play again. He'll never skate on the ice for the boys.
Don't say that. Don't say that about Patty.
God, I'd love it. But all right, enough hockey, enough puck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our puck guy's dead. Oh wait,
Puck
there he
guy.
is.
No, there he is.
There
What's
he
up,
is.
Puck. You thumb puck. All right, so
Bubblehead.
next thing. We'll talk a little props. I don't know if you can come up with something on the top of your head because you clearly were not prepared, Sam. But
Me?
talk about
I've
some
got props all day, dude. I got props all day.
Let's go. All right, I want to do some props for the Super Bowl. So we call it prop stop, baby. Let's stop by the prop stop. Get a couple bets. All right.
What do you like? What do you like? Yeah.
I like two. I like one for sure. I like Hurts rushing touchdown. I think that's going to happen over a Saquon. Saquon's probably going to score, but they're going to do everything. They're going to sell out to shut him down.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get stopped anywhere close to the 5-yard line, Hurts is going to run it in. Hurts is, if they're stopping Saquon, Hurts is going to be rolling. So I don't know. That's what I thought. And then my other one was, what's his name? Xavier
Worthy.
Thank you. Worthy to get a touchdown, but I think they're going to sell out to stop him. That's their number one player.
I think they'll sell out to stop Kelsey before him. So I actually like that more than you think.
Okay. So, but those are mine. Jordan? Just kidding. Tim, what do you like prop bets for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I was looking here.
I'll tell you what I like. I like an octopus, a Jalen Hurts octopus.
Again?
Yeah, it hit last time they played in the
octopus.
Super Bowl. I'm gonna play the doink, dude, and I'm gonna play a square. I'm gonna play, I think 7-3, Kansas City.
I like that. I'm just gonna tell you your Super Bowl prop bets are epic.
My Super Bowl prop bets are actually pretty good. And then maybe if I do like a race to 40 yards, I'll probably do a worthy one because I think they'll take a shot early.
I like Dallas Goedert's over yards and probably receptions too. I don't know what his reception number is, but 52.5 yards for Goddard. I like how they use him. I think he's that play action game that they use him with. He gets a lot of underneath things, and he's so down the list of guys that you have to worry about on that team. I think I like Dallas Goedert over 52.5.
I don't think AJ Brown's gonna do a damn thing in this game.
He doesn't have to, realistically.
The over-under for Saquon is 116.5.
It was what was it, 114 last week? 114, and they missed it by.
It was like, yeah, it was 116.5, I think.
That's what it is right now again.
And then
I think that's an
so
under.
big.
I do think that's an under. I don't think that Saquon hits that
Now the Chiefs actually have a really good run defense.
defense.
They got cooked by James Cook himself.
What did James Cook end up with? It's a good.
That's true. They did.
I'd actually be curious. Like, I wonder what Jalen Hurts rushing yards for Jalen Hurts is over 38.5. I think I like that.
Oh,
I like
that's
that.
a steal. I'm
Cook
writing
Cook
that.
had 13 for 85 and 2 touchdowns, and they had 3 catches for 49 yards. So Saquon receiving, rushing is probably your best play, but that's probably like 128.5.
Kareem Hunt, a Kareem Hunt touchdown. I wonder what the number is on like the
Odds.
yeah, the odds are on that because I wouldn't hate that. I think Kareem Hunt goal line touchdown is a pretty good bet.
Most of it should be out by now.
Dallas Goedert over 4.5 catches and over 52.5 yards. I like that.
I like the Goddard one too. I'm a big fan of that, Tim.
I like that out of you, Tim.
And a Kareem Hunt touchdown. There's my takes.
Kareem Hunt plus
There's my props.
140.
My prop shop.
Prop. Stop.
And if I don't win, stop listening.
Harrison Butker and Jake Elliott both average 1.7 kicks, field goals made per game.
So you want to take what over 1.5 for both of them?
I like two plus for Jake Elliott's plus 107.
Yeah. Okay. I saw a prop that was interesting. That was high odds. That I'm not suggesting this, but I didn't like it when I heard it. But what do you guys think? Each team to score a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown in each half.
Yeah, I've played those. They have another one that's like field goal touchdown by each team each half as
Or
well.
each quarter or something like that. Or
Yeah.
each half.
They're all right. Super Bowl
But in
might
this
be a-
particular
might be a
game, in
better
this
one.
specific game,
Yeah.
what do you
I'd
think
like it
about
more
that?
in this game. Yeah.
I don't think I do. I think these defenses are going to be tough.
I feel
both
like
teams to score.
I feel like I like a dart throw Noah Gray touchdown too.
Yeah, Noah Gray.
Yeah.
Noah
I
Brown.
you know what, I feel like we thought this last time they played and that it was what 38-35, 42-35 or something.
That's what. So the guy, I don't know, some random guy I was listening to on the radio was talking about. That's the play. His play of the game is Noah Gray over yards because he's going to be.
They're going to attempt to take Kelsey out of this game. I don't think Kelsey's
for
overs
sure.
are good. They did. That's what they did to Terry McLaurin last week. I watched the film on it. Like they had so many double teams and triple teams on him. I mean, Kenyon Mitchell, had some good reps against him. I think he actually is a very, very good young player. I think that hype is real. But they also had so many times where they hyper focused on Terry. I think the same thing happens to Travis Kelce this game. I don't think Travis Kelce goes off this game. I'd be pretty surprised.
Yeah, I don't either.
What color is the Gatorade going to be?
Orange.
Oh, I think so too.
Hell yeah. We got that's the squad right then.
There's our foreshore.
That's the squad
what was
ride.
it? The fake shore 4.
The fake Shore 4. What does the thumb think? What is the thumb is orange? That's orange, right? No, it's red. Never mind. Pink.
It's red, but it's orange. It's orange in our hearts.
There you go.
It says orange. I like it. All right, that's our squad ride. All right, let's get to a little mild to wild. We can talk more props next week when we get on before the Super Bowl. So
Mild or wild? Sam had
Wild.
more takes on female basketball than Tim this week.
that's
mild. That's mild.
That was true.
That is true.
Okay,
right.
good.
Let's get started. Here we go. First one. The White Sox will win more games this year than last year. By the way, we are 13 days away from pitchers and catchers reporting to spring training.
What was the final total last year for them?
15. I don't even know. It was brutal. The worst thing. What was it? 38, 36.
41 is what they end up.
Yeah.
Will they have more? Okay, I don't follow the White Sox. What did they do this year? Are you hyping them up? Or are you?
Oh,
down
they got a new coach.
They've added some stuff. They got a new coach.
They haven't added anything. They got rid of their best pitcher. They added a coach.
Okay,
Yoel
they're
Mercado's still on the
they're
team.
trash.
They
though.
could win. They could win less games.
Tim, did you see this? passenger jet collided with a Black Hawk helicopter in Washington just recently.
I thought you were making a Blackhawk hockey joke or something.
No,
for a second.
no.
This is
No,
real?
Yeah, this is real.
Plane collision or plane helicopter collision?
Yeah.
Plane collapsed a helicopter while trying to land it.
6 minutes ago, 1 hour ago. Wow. I did not know anything about this. I've been on the stream with you the whole time.
It's crazy. Passenger jet collided with the Black Hawk helicopter. American Airlines flight. That's scary.
Boy, Spirit Airlines is really going downhill.
At least they escaped this one.
Collides with Army helicopter. Is the plane okay? I wonder, is the plane okay?
Wichita, Kansas.
Or is it is this a thing where it's both things exploded and it's done? I wonder if the plane could survive.
Oh, they probably both exploded.
Wailing into it. The helicopter's got to be gone. You're getting hit by a jet. Yeah, you're bye. But I wonder.
Air crash in Potomac River.
Oh, and so they landed in the river.
Centered on the river. That's crazy.
Some breaking news on the pod.
This is live. You heard it here first.
No confirmed information casualties at this time. Statement. Okay. It's search and rescue of the Potomac River with the long agencies. Okay, so it looks. Oh yeah, the passenger plane crashed. So, yeah, it's not good for both aircrafts. That's sad and scary.
That is sad.
Man, first it's this, now it's this, and then last year was the bridge. Jeez, what's going on over here?
Yeah,
that's the price you pay for Jaden Daniels.
The bridge.
We sold our passenger plane.
Sold your soul to the
infrastructure. We sold our infrastructure for Jaden Daniels.
Hey, anything to win, dude. There's a couple bridges in Chicago I wouldn't mind going down.
If Dan Snyder was here, I would believe that's true. He would sell. He would sell out the DC infrastructure. R.I.P. Dan Snyder. There's my R.I.P. a little earlier.
That's a good R.I.P. Yeah.
R.I.P.
This is mild-ish. They could win.
Yeah.
It's almost unfathomable to think that they could lose more games than the last year, but it could happen because they haven't done anything.
That was the worst season in the history of baseball. They have added a couple things. They added a catcher. They added. They did. So all the White Sox. The White Sox, one correspondent person I follow says they did enough to win more games than they won last year, but they're still going to struggle to win 60 games. So they're still going to be the worst team in baseball. They got rid of Garrett Crochet.
Because you guys were not allowed to have the number 1 pick as well, or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, we didn't have a top 10 pick or something. Top 3 pick. I don't remember. There was some dumb stuff. Baseball's stupid.
Yep.
Who cares? Anyway,
What did the Nats do last year? I feel like they were way better than I thought. They missed the playoffs, but they were way better than I anticipated. Baseball's weird.
I don't remember. Yeah. The team. I'm telling you though, I thought the White Sox were going to have a turnaround year last year.
So they finished 71-91. So still bad, but I thought they were going to be another bottom of the barrel, one of the worst teams in baseball. And I think at one point they were around 500, so they must have had a bad finish.
None of this moves the needle for me on the White Sox. I think they're going to have less wins this year.
Yeah, okay.
That's crazy because they had that's the worst.
But historically bad, right? I know. I don't understand how this. The shortstop they signed is 17 years old.
They have the 2 best left-handing pitching prospects in baseball right now, in Birmingham. The number 1 and 2 left-handing pitching prospects.
Neither of them will play this year.
Garrett Crochet came. I mean, that team pumps out.
And then they got rid of him. But what does pitching do when you have no offense?
Yeah, Andy Vaughn's still there.
Steve the Pirate?
Steve's a pirate, dude.
Oh my God, dude. Andy Vaughn has been a huge bust.
Dude, friend of the pod.
He's a friend of the pod. Don't get me wrong. Hell of a guy. Love him. Know him personally. Terrible career. Terrible career so far.
Steve the Pirate.
It's like Austin Slater.
White Sox over-under right now is 50.5.
Yeah,
I'm hammering the under.
Take the over, dude.
Nationals over under is
They're gonna win
69.
they'll win 58
50?
games.
You're going to take the over on that?
They'll win 58 games this year.
Brother, you
that's
are.
Brother.
What could make you think that they're going to win 58 games this year?
They have a new coach.
They had a new coach last year.
That was
World
garbage.
Series
Oh my
odds
God, dude.
400 to 1.
Yeah,
It should be like 10 million to 1. There's no
Honestly,
way.
Yeah, it really should be worse than that. I agree.
it should just be a donation linked to whatever charity you want.
Somehow they're the same odds
wanna-
as
you wanna bet
Rockies,
this?
but the Rockies have a 10 wins over under.
Woody, who's the starting pitcher this year?
4.
The White Sox.
They'll be fine, dude. They're good.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like,
They'll sneak out 58
that's crazy.
wins. They're good. It's baseball, dude. Crazy things happen. It's not like it's football where you're lining up, position versus position. They're
Dude, you're
gonna
talking
lose.
about, like, the
They're
craziness
gonna
is
lose.
having more than 50 wins. Like, that's going to be crazy.
Sam,
You said they're
gonna
gonna have 58? There's
they're
no
gonna lose
way.
120 games. They'll lose 124.
They'll lose 150 games this year.
126. They will not lose 150. No. These guys are
haven't
still
even-
professional athletes.
Mm.
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind
All
of.
right. All right.
Technically.
I'm going to bet the under. What'd you say it was, Tim? 52?
50 and a half.
50 and a half.
50 and a half? Yeah. Under.
There's no way.
Rotation: Jonathan Gannon, Davis Martin Perez, Sean Burke, Drew Thorpe, Bryce Wilson, and Nick Nastrini.
That sounds like 58 wins to me, baby.
Dude, I don't know where you're getting 58 from. The Vegas put it at 50 and a half, and you got them at 58.
I'm slamming 50 and a half. My system says 58. Dude, take it all.
Your
day.
system says 58. What? The number you pulled out of your ass?
Dude, I just know, okay? I hope I drink
Our
some,
number one offseason
Drinking on things.
acquisition was on the Giants, Reds, and Orioles last year, and had 37 hits.
He's going to be great, dude.
Dude, shut up.
He didn't have the opportunity.
He still has a career 4.5 WAR, which is 4.5 higher than I think anybody on that team.
I think
Maybe
it's
5 higher.
I think it's 4.5 higher than his
And they
replacement.
signed a 17-year-old shortstop, so in 6
think it's
years
5
when
higher.
they want to get rid of him, yeah, mine's higher.
Who's this replacement that they always
I could eat
compare
more
everyone
hot
to?
dogs than it.
Who's this poor guy that
What
everyone gets
replacement?
compared against? The replacement. Just that stat of wins against replacement. Who's this poor guy that's the replacement?
It's us, buddy. It's us.
This guy can win 4.5 more games than me.
That's not doing much.
He's got a
Hey.
negative WAR on the White
Hey,
Sox.
54 more for your 58 wins. There you go. He's got
That's
you 4.5.
crazy.
Right
That's
there.
crazy. Yeah, he's got 4.5. We gotta start adding them up. They're not gonna go quick. And they're gonna trade Robert. Like, I don't know why they haven't. Okay. This is wild. We're moving on.
All right.
The Refs gave Kansas City the win last week versus the Bills. I think there were some egregious calls. I think there were some good calls both ways.
I think it's wild.
I don't think they gave him the win though.
Yeah, agreed. I think it's wild.
No,
I think it's a
it's
fair.
Although
totally
that-
wild.
That fourth down spot was absolutely atrocious. I don't know how any of that slides in today's modern era.
Dude, how do we? Well, Tim blamed the refs for the Redskins loss. The Commanders
Well,
loss.
As a Bears fan, I would be doing the same thing.
Dude, Tim on his stream, he was just yelling at people. He's like, "It's not the fucking refs. Knock it off. If you say it's the refs again, I'm gonna shut you off."
I'm so
started
bad. I'm so
banning
done.
people. He's like,
It's so
"The refs.
frustrating.
We lost
Crying
the
about
game
the refs.
because we suck. It's not the refs. We
We had
four
3
turnovers.
fumbles, an interception, and like a failed fourth down conversion. Oh, it's
Quit
all the
saying
refs.
it's the refs.
Oh, it's the refs. It's the refs, dude. We lost by 20. It's the refs. They must have added wrong.
I wish we lost by 20.
I was giving you a little bit of it. I was trying to give it softball at India.
Yeah. What do we
Dude, the
lose by
Raw Dogs could
32?
be the Raw
The
Dogs. could
refs,
be
man, the refs.
The refs. We lost. Saquon
Yeah, the
had
refs caused a 60-yard touchdown. Play 1.
Yeah,
One play.
I had my.
You know, at one point Saquon had 2 carries, 2 touchdowns.
Yes.
Refs. The
The
dang refs.
refs, yeah. Well, the refs couldn't tackle him. That was a problem.
We needed the 5 refs to play defense with us. to try to contain Saquon. Yeah, that's why we're blaming the refs. Why didn't you line up properly?
Why didn't you trip him?
Throw your flag at his feet. Slip on it like a banana peel. Please do something.
He didn't get it back from Mahomes yet.
Yeah, you get it back from Mahomes.
All right, next one.
The more I read
Wild.
about the White Sox, the worse it gets. The worse it gets.
It's so, dude. 58,
Hold on, they signed a pitcher who had Tommy John's in 23, missed all of 24.
You always come back stronger from Tommy John.
That's true. Yeah, you always come back. And then the other. Oh my God. Oh, Rotator cuff injury for 2023 and didn't pitch this year. So they got two pitchers who didn't pitch last year.
They're gonna be fresh.
Diamonds in the rough.
The arms are going to be fresh for the 60 innings that they throw this year. It's going to be great. That's insane. You're insane, dude.
Dude, they're not gonna lose 50 less. They're not. There's no way. 50 games is so bad.
Brother, we
58.
said this last year. It can get worse. It can get worse.
It can't get worse, dude. We hit rock bottom. This is it.
Dude, the only way this could get better is if the plane goes down while they're going somewhere. Dude, get a whole new team in there.
We are Marshall.
We are then. Dude.
How many of them were on that plane in DC? Too soon. Too soon.
Too soon. Yeah, I guess we should be knocking on wood. I don't want that to actually happen.
That's not. There were 60 people on that plane.
Is that about the size of a baseball team?
It's a 54-man roster.
Baseball team and coaches.
Or no, it's a 40 man for playoffs, but close enough.
There you go.
54 is the NFL, right? 53.
53 is NFL, yeah.
Yeah. Well, technically it's 54 because your backup quarterback
doesn't count for one, right?
doesn't
Well,
count,
technically
that's
it's
it,
like
yeah.
72 or something. Practice squad or something, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
They're just out there to look intimidating. You're never getting in a game. Like that poor kid from Georgia, who the backup cornerback that walked on the team and that jumped in front of the ref and caused them a flag that brought back a touchdown. That huge play, the Georgia Notre Dame game.
Oh no, I didn't
Did
see
you
it.
see
But,
I didn't see that.
This guy
a
jumps
practice squad kid.
Yeah, because he was out there rooting for his guy flying up the sideline after a huge play, and he was like, yeah, and the ref just ran right into him because he was on the white line and knocks the ref over. Ref just gets up and throws a flag.
Drops it on the ground.
Kirby Smart's just like, oh, the kid's life's over. Everyone says they lost the game because of that.
Yeah, the football career is done.
Poor kid. Poor guy. All right. Saquon will win the MVP, mild or wild?
Mild for this game. Well, I think it's wild because I think the Eagles are going to lose. So I doubt that he gets the MVP and they lose. But no, as far as like if the Eagles win, I think that's pretty mild.
Yeah, I agree with him. When's the last time a running back won MVP?
It's a great question.
It's type of World Series. Jesus Christ, all Friday.
I'm trying to think. Let me try to think this one through. Don't tell me yet.
I won't tell you, but I'll tell you. I'll find out.
It's been a while. I was just
It
looking
has-
at this the other day.
It has been a while. Oh, I got it.
If you give me,
what year?
yeah, give year.
1997.
Holy crap! It was Terrell Davis.
Terrell Davis.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time ago. Who did you? Okay, did Bobby Wagner win Super Bowl MVP?
No,
No. Malcolm
that was,
Smith won.
There you go. You do. Okay. I swear, like I've seen articles talking about how Bobby Wagner, Super Bowl MVP. Like for some reason I thought it was Bobby was the linebacker that won it, and then I was looking through and I saw Malcolm Smith, and I was like, why? Like you could literally look up Bobby Wagner. I think it was like our owner, Magic Johnson, was like, oh, I had lunch with Super Bowl MVP Bobby Wagner. It's like, how do we mess that up? That's pathetic.
Yeah,
but I
that's
swear
crazy.
I thought he was a Super Bowl MVP for some reason. Because I knew a linebacker won it that year because it was like 8 points that Peyton Manning got that year.
Yeah. Yeah, they smoked in that game.
But no, it was you're right, Malcolm Smith. That's who got it. Interesting.
All right, the last one was if KC wins, will someone other than Mahomes win MVP.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild for sure. I mean, I guess the only way that happens, I guess, if the offense is just completely stagnated, but the Philly's not going to give up a crap ton of yards to either one of these running backs. So it's Pacheco or Hunt is not going to go crazy. I don't think Kelsey has a great game. So, and I don't think anybody else worthy. The other receiver that they have, Hollywood Brown. None of these guys are going to have a big enough stat line to.
What about
warrant
D-Hop?
I think Tim's right on that take. Like they do have a lot of notable players that are solid players, but nobody's going to blow the doors off Philly.
It could be
The
a
only person who
defensive player.
can is going to be Mahomes, and he's going to be running. He's going to be running like he did last game. He might be good for another 2 touchdown rushing performance. You never know. If they try to take it away, they're going to try and take away everything downfield. They're going to have a spy, which is going to be Zach Bond, and then it's going to be 1v1 him versus middle linebacker because he's going to have to be a spy.
29.5 rushing yards.
That might be a hammer. That might be a hammer.
That's a nice. They don't have receivers. He's gonna have to run that ball. They don't even have a running back.
They don't have anything. They just got Cheeseburger Andy.
Yeah. Wild. All right.
Although, yeah, it's not. It's going to be Patrick Mahomes. The 3-peat storyline is going to have to continue. That's what they're going to go for.
Okay.
And again, I think he's the only one who could probably win it on that team.
Yeah, it's going to be too tough. Somebody's going to have to crazy defensive like Trent McDuffie's going to have 2 picks.
Or
and
Chris
one of them
Jones,
return for a touchdown.
just like a
7
strip
He's
fumble.
not getting 7 sacks.
I
Jalen
would-
Hurts
yeah.
not going to take that much.
You're right. Not on
And
that.
If I could
that
bet,
O-line.
if I could bet just a defensive player to win Super Bowl MVP, I probably would on the Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the only other player I feel like it could be.
The
Like
Eagles
one of
don't
those
turn the
dudes.
ball over. Just
No, they
Yeah,
don't.
Hurts only had 5 interceptions. Like they don't turn it over. There's no way. Like the chance of a defensive player winning an MVP in this game for the Chiefs, I think it's actually higher that the Eagles get an MVP on the defense than it is the other, because the tackles for the Chiefs are not some world beaters, so they could get somebody off the edge like Nolan Smith or Jalen Carter could absolutely go
Carter
crazy.
Might have a big game. Yeah.
Kenyon Mitchell or Darius Slay, either one of them could get a pick. I mean, Kenyon Mitchell has 2 picks this postseason already, so I would say if anybody's going to win it on the defensive side, it's more likely to be the Eagles, but I still don't think they would give it to a defensive player.
Yep, I'm fine with that. I agree.
All right, we got our squad ride. We already nailed the orange. So, last thing, just rest in peace, which we kind of already hit on. Mine's always Chicago sports. So,
Dan Snyder, R.I.P.
that's
Hate some more, bro. Hate some more.
He is mad.
Yeah.
That
Rest
boy's
in
mad.
peace, my driver. Rest in peace, George Stoner. rest in peace, WNBA 3v3. It's
Rest
dead
in
before
peace.
it even started.
I like how you did that. You threw in a hate in your what Sam loves.
No. That's a love. I love it. It's so good. I think it's the best thing on TV. No.
He can't even love something.
No.
Can't even love something.
These are incredible players.
These are incredible players.
The best. That's what they tell me how to watch.
R.I.P. to every Biden law he put into place. I mean, how many executive orders has Trump signed already? It's just eliminating everything.
The memes are going crazy.
R.I.P. liberals right now. They are crying. The derangement syndrome is off the charts right now.
Oh man. Yeah, it's pretty wild. All right.
Executive order after executive order. Sounds good.
All right.
All right,
Is that
boys,
it?
that was fun. That was it. Yeah, we will reconvene. I don't know, next week sometime. Let's get
I'm
another
cool with
one.
doing
On
this on Wednesdays if you're.
Yeah.
you guys are cool.
Yeah, Wednesdays are probably working the best for me.
They're not. All right, Wednesdays work. Wednesdays it is. Maybe we get a live stream up here. You know, that'd be fun. So I can live stream from here. That'd be crazy. Oh,
That'd be crazy.
oh.
There's
All
gonna
right,
be.
boys.
Yeah, we'll see
What?
about that.
We'll
Nothing.
see about that. All right, boys. For Jordan, I'm Ryan.
Oh, you said your name. I'm confused. I don't know
Damn it.
who I am now.
Tim, I'm Sam.
Tim, I'm Sam. We're about. Bye.
I
I'm
have
Shane.
a Woody. I mean, I am Woody.
I have a Woody. All right.
All right, boys. We'll
Zero
see ya.
consensus. Play us out. Peace.
Peace.
What do we do here?
He's never made it this far.
Do we do?
I hit this leave function.